Green is a reference to chroma key technology. Chroma key technology is technology used in media to make things appear, disappear, change scenery. Green is the base color for chroma key technology, and if you put green on top of green, it becomes invisible. The title of the painting is Invisible Man because I'm green in a background which is green. So in the same thought process of chroma key technology, I cannot be seen. That relates to George Floyd in that we all saw his murder, we all witnessed it, but we all have there were several versions of the same story. Like, when I saw it, I was upset, felt bad. When I talked to other people about it, some people asked, well, what did he do to deserve it? So I don't think they even saw the humanity in him. They didn't see it as murder. They saw it as almost justified. Rodney King is probably one of my earliest memories of seeing a Black person being beaten on camera, on film, or witnessing that, right, on television. I think that built up a level of sensitivity to seeing such acts of violence against Black people. But George Floyd was different. Rodney King didn't die. George Floyd actually died in front of us. So I think George Floyd was a bit traumatizing. I'd say no. I'd say, unfortunately, things may have gotten worse because, like I said, Rodney King was beaten, and that's horrible, but George Floyd was murdered. Yes, I wanted to look directly into the eyes of the viewer. I wanted them to see the humanity in my face. It's almost justifiable if you harm someone and they look upset. But you have to be a pretty horrible person to do something to someone who isn't doing anything to you or looking at you like directly. Yeah. So there's almost like an emptiness in my face. I just wanted to almost have like a silent conversation with the viewer, like, I don't know, I guess I'm asking like, why is this happening? Or do you see what's happening? Right? I'm looking to see if you see me. I guess I'm questioning, do you see the humanity in me? Right? Like, well, I'm asking, why can't you see me as a man? Because it starts the story, because it started the thought process of me thinking about if this did happen to me. So the other paintings kind of follow that storyline where I'm questioning, okay, if this happened to me, what happens to my family? What happens to my friends? What happens, to my wife, to my children, my house? Like, these are all the things that I had to think about as I thought about this. Well, it's a self-portrait. It's my, I mean, I have tattoos, so, I mean, it's my initials. Growing up, a lot of people thought it was like gang related, but it's not. It's just my initials. Because nobody knows that I have tattoos because they're all in places where you can't see them. So there wasn't just one conversation, there were several because unfortunately the video was replayed and replayed and replayed. Well, the first conversation was I saw it on Instagram and I showed my wife, like, oh my God, can you believe this? Right? And we thought it might have been fake. But then you get another video and then people start sending it to you. So, I mean, that's the first conversation. Then, my kids watch the news, so it's on the news. So I have to explain it to my then 9-year-old, what's going on. We waited a little while to tell my youngest daughter, who was 4 at the time. But even talking to her about it, I don't know if she fully understands it, but we try our best to just be honest about it, truthful about it. So we still talk about these things because my family sees this painting and they're like, "Oh man, what's it about?" And then I have to almost open up that wound again, right? And say, "Hey, this is what it's about. I'm an artist and this is what I do, right? Like if something scars me or traumatizes me or it's on my mind, I make paintings about it." So at this point, that's what the conversations are. Like, okay, this is how that affected me. No, only because to be honest, I was a lot tougher at 9 than my daughter is now. But the fact that you bring that up makes me think about something else. Because I made another painting which was protested. It's not an exhibition, but it was it's called like Same Old, in which my daughter's holding a Basquiat painting of which one of his friends was murdered by the police in 1983. I was born in 1983, so that's why I made that painting of my daughter holding the image. But now that you bring that point up, I'm thinking like, man, this just keeps happening, and it's like so many parallels to the fact that my daughter's experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing, and this was 30 years ago. But, I don't know if I want to put that, but it's kind of sad. I don't know. It depends on the viewer, right? So, to some, this painting can be triggering. To me, it's a release, right? It's me, I guess, getting the sadness out almost. So when I was talking to my wife about the exhibition and we went through the paintings, she cried. So I guess there is a sadness, but I think she was crying because she was thinking like, man, what if this really did happen to you? Like, what would happen to us? So she was thinking, dealing with that, I guess, trauma or sadness. And other people might do the same, right? They might look at themselves and say, okay, what if this happened to me? Because every day it's a possibility, to be honest, right? When you're Black in America. So, but I don't want people to see it as sad. Right? I want people to see it as my response to the situation.